All right, here we are. I think we are live. Welcome, everybody. Check the live in the group. Here we are. G'day, team. How are we doing? Happy Monday morning. Happy Sunday evening. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Michael. I see a couple of other people watching. Give us a like and a love if you are here. And that just also helps other people find. Hi, Sarah. Thanks for joining. That just also um, brings the live video into other people's feeds so they can find us as well. So thanks for joining me today. Great to have you here. All right. Yeah, just tell us where you're watching from. How's your Sunday evening or your Monday morning going? What's happening? Right. So I'm very excited to dive into today's topic because it can be a game changer for anybody who is on a journey to better health and to weight loss. And so we're talking about a bit of a mindset shift that is going to make the entire process not just bearable, but actually enjoyable. And honestly, what makes it stick for life. So today we're talking about how we want to focus on the importance of enjoying the journey itself, not just the end goal, and how that can transform the way that you approach your health and your weight loss journey. Okay. Hi, Betty. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Kristen. Thanks for tuning in, team. So good to see you. All right. And just a quick note, my last plant-powered weight loss challenge for the year is kicking off in just over a week. All right. So this time, no, actually about this day next week that we get going. All right. This is going to be the last one for the year. So it's going to be 5 days working with me. You are going to come away with a game plan to get your weight loss goals kicked off. So we're only about 7.5 weeks away till Christmas. I mean, goodness, where is this year gone, right? I remember starting the year with how to kick off the new year and achieve your goals this year. And we're almost 7.5 weeks away from Christmas, which means about 8.5 weeks away from the new year. So if you would like to be, say, 5 to 10 pounds down by the new year, then just keep listening till the end, and I'm going to talk to you about the challenge a little bit more and how to get on that challenge if you are ready for that. Alrighty, hey Chris, just saw you here. Yeah, good, thanks Betty. It's good to see you. We need to catch up and have a chat. I need to interview the amazing Betty in the group here so that you can all meet her. Okay, so for any of you who might be new around here, I'm Karen. I'm the Plant Power Coach. I am a whole food, plant-based certified health coach and life coach, and I help people achieve their healthiest selves in body, mind, and soul with the power of plants being the foundation. If you are watching the replay, just let us know. Play along as if you were here live. Put in hashtag afterparty or hashtag replay if you're watching. So let's dive into today's content. Okay, so the reason why I wanted to talk about this today is because in the past, like in my 20 years prior, I guess 20 years of my life while I was, going up and down the scale and trying to achieve sustainable, healthy weight loss, I realized that I had been making my journey really hard, especially when I was in my 20s, when I was at my heaviest and I was at my most miserable. I was making my journey very restrictive. We talked about restriction, why we want to embrace abundance over restriction. Talked about that a couple of weeks ago. And, I was being very restrictive, and I thought that, my workouts needed to be like smashing and hard, and I needed to put myself through so much pain. I was basically desperate, I think, to achieve the end goal fast. I just wanted to be at the end goal because I felt so miserable in my body the way I was at the moment. And I thought that by making the journey super tough on myself, like workouts extra hard and my food like really kind of restrictive and bland and boring, I thought that that was going to get me there faster. And all it ended up doing was making me hate the journey. I was not enjoying what I was doing. I wasn't enjoying the habits that were going to get me to the goal. And so, of course, when you don't enjoy something, you're not going to do it. And I see other people often approaching their health and weight loss journey in the same way. I spoke on the video I did a couple of weeks ago about one of the girls who was really struggling to get back on with her plant-based eating, and she was making her meals really quite restrictive and very bland. And I was like, no kidding. Like, if you don't like eating this way, then it's not going to be very exciting. One of my new clients spoke up in our coaching session last week, and he said that he was struggling to really eat steamed vegetables again. And and I said, here's a little hint for you. I don't really eat steamed vegetables that much myself either. Why? Because, they aren't on their own. They're not that tasty. And like, if you love steamed vegetables, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Absolutely not. Like it is amazing, wonderful. But, when your palate has become used to very flavoursome foods, and it has had, a lot of salt, a lot of takeaway food, going back to something that is very bland to your palate is not very enjoyable. It's not very exciting. So, I got him on the road to looking up some of the recipes in my client portal to, help him think about vegetables in a different way. So when we're not enjoying the things that will get us to the goal, we are not going to either not going to enjoy the journey, or we're not going to stick to the journey. So let's dive in. Excuse me. It is still springtime here. There is still pollen everywhere. It still gets in my eyes, up my nose. It's wonderful. All right, so let's start with why focusing on only the destination doesn't work. So what happens when we're only focused on the destination, say that's the number on the scale, or the goal weight, or fitting into an outfit, or that end cholesterol number, that end blood sugar number, whatever it might be, right? When we do that, we are missing out on enjoying the actual experience of getting there. And we can often get frustrated a lot faster during the journey. So if you've ever found yourself thinking things like, I'll be happy when I reach, X goal, X weight, when I can fit into this piece of clothing, then you're not alone here, because many of us have done this, all right? But here's the thing, that mindset can keep you feeling stuck. It keeps you feeling unmotivated and really disconnected from all of those little victories and little wins that you are having along the way, right? When you start relying on the future destination in order to be happy, rather than noticing the changes that are happening along the way, you're really missing out on the learning experience, the growth experience, and you're missing out on making the experience enjoyable. And think about it, like, what happens when you get to that goal weight? Nothing really is going to change. You're going to be excited for a moment, and then life goes on, right? So if you haven't done things that you enjoy to get to the goal, you're not going to continue to do those. You want to be losing the weight. You want to be achieving the health goals in a way that you really enjoy, so that you are motivated to keep doing it. And if you haven't enjoyed those habits that you have changed along the way, you are not going to stay there, right? You are not going to be able to sustain those results forever. And a lot of people end up rebounding, putting the weight back on, because they never really enjoyed the things that they were doing to get to the end result. Sound familiar? Let me know in the comments. Hey Jan, good to see you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, let me know in the comments if that sounds a little bit like you. If you've been doing things that you don't really enjoy just to try and get to that end result because you think somehow happiness lies in the result. But you get there, you're happy for 2 seconds, and then, oh my God. And then, oh my God, you can't keep doing the things that got you there because you just didn't enjoy them. Let me know if that's you. All right, so let's talk about now the benefits of enjoying the journey itself. We want to flip this around. We want to, instead of fixating on just the end goal, we actually want to lean into the whole journey and make everything that we're doing to achieve that end goal enjoyable and something that we want to do. So let's celebrate every little healthy choice that we're making, whether that's the food that we're putting into our body, whether that's the water that we get to nourish ourselves with, whether that's every time we move our body, every workout that we take, and each time we're really listening to our bodies and honoring those hunger and satiation cues. Like, celebrate all those little shifts that you're making and really start learning more about yourself. And when you are making things like your food and your workouts enjoyable, you are going to be way more motivated to do them. So when we do this, two big things start to happen. One, I thought it was my cat for a moment. We're building a positive relationship with the process. If you're feeling good about each little choice, and if you're feeling good about what you're doing, it doesn't feel like you're suffering in order to get some future reward. Like, you're not depriving yourself of anything now so that you can have some pleasure later. No, you're not depriving yourself of anything. You're living, you are enjoying the whole process. It's not restrictive. It's not depriving. It's not unpleasant. You're actually enjoying the journey of getting to the goal. You're living the reward in real time. You're not having to wait to some time in the future to get that reward. You get it every single day. That's how I feel every time I start my day with a green smoothie. I freaking love this smoothie, and it makes me feel so good. So, every plant-based meal that you prepare, like every time you prepare a delicious plant-based meal that you look forward to eating, you get that reward from the pleasure that you eat. It's not just healthy. You're not restricting yourself. It's not boring, not something you're forcing yourself to eat. You actually enjoy, you actually look forward to eating that food because you made it delicious, right? Or maybe it's every walk that you go on. If you enjoy getting out into nature, getting out into the sunshine, getting out to the fresh air, just moving your body, maybe it's your time to focus on you. You put on a podcast or an audiobook, and maybe it's your time for self-reflection of personal growth. I listen to a lot of self-help stuff on my walks, and I've actually become rather super addicted to it. I love it. I've learned so much about myself since I started doing that, and I've healed a lot of internal wounds as a result of that walking time, and that being like a self-reflective time. So that can be a beautiful journey, a way of connecting to yourself as well, and making exercise something that you really enjoy. Maybe it's, every time you are choosing to nourish your cells with water instead of picking up soda or something else that, is potentially causing your body harm or dehydrating you. Those little wins, they deserve to be celebrated all the way. And because you're actually enjoying what you're doing at the time you're doing it, you are more motivated to do it. Two, it becomes sustainable, right? Like, if you are truly enjoying the journey, you're going to be more consistent. You're not going to resist. You're not going to resist doing the things that'll get you to the goal. You will actually look forward to doing them. And that consistency is where the magic happens, right? The It's what you do 90% of the time that really counts. So we want to be consistent with the things that are going to get us to the goal, and to get it and to be consistent with them, we need to enjoy them, okay? And so you're no longer, feeling like you're sprinting to the finish line, right? You're actually creating lifestyle habits that support long-lasting health. Okay, so instead of punishing yourself, say with grueling workouts or restrictive eating or dieting, you want to find ways to make it really enjoyable. Pick out plant-powered recipes that you actually really love, like dive into flavors or cuisines that you love eating. Find ways to make your favorite non-whole food plant-based dishes whole food plant-based. Like there's a few simple tweaks and things that you can do to say pull out oils or replace animal foods. To make things really delicious, herbs and spices keep things very build up the flavor profiles of foods. Things like nooch vinegars, they can be very great ways to make those meals more enjoyable too. Also, keep it varied and interesting. Your brain wants variety. Don't keep eating the same thing over and over and over. Great if you love it, absolutely, but your brain requires variety as much as your body does as well. You also want to make sure that you make things like your meal planning and prepping process an enjoyable time as well. Did you see, I talked about that on my story that I was putting up yesterday when I was doing my meal prep. And I always say, we've got to make this process. Yes, it can feel like, oh my God, it's so much work. But think about, the time that you're saving in the future by doing some work up front. But also, make that time enjoyable. One of the suggestions that I put forward in my story were, put on a podcast or an audiobook or some music as you're doing that. And if your brain is like going into doo-doo land, I hate this, or I have to do this, put on something to get it out of that space and get it actually focused on something that it enjoys. If you have your TV in the same room as your kitchen, put on a movie that you love or your favorite Netflix show or something like that. Just get your brain out of the doo-doo space and get it focused on something that it enjoys while you're doing the process of food prep. Make the process an enjoyable one, and you'll be more motivated to do it. Make time for that movement that feels good to you. Like it doesn't have to be, thrashing it out in the gym, all the time. It doesn't have to be something that, feels like prescribed exercise. It can just be that walk out in the sunshine, moving your body out in the sunshine. It can be dance classes if you want. It can be going hiking or getting on your bike and riding around the neighborhood, whatever it might be. Getting on your skateboard, getting your roller skates out. Oh my God, I have a pair of roller skates. And I used to love roller skating as a kid. I was on them all the time. Do you think I go out roller skating now? No, I keep forgetting I've got the damn things. So I just literally remembered then. Oh my God, yeah. What's some other things? People are getting into pickleball these days. Like one of my mates, she's trying to get me to start up pickleball. She's been going and loving it. So I want to go and give this a go. I used to be a badminton player many years ago. I don't think my eyes would cope. I don't think I'd be able to see the shuttlecock anymore. So it's why I haven't picked up badminton again. Okay, see you, Betty. Finding a sport where either you have community or you, but that just something that you really like doing. It doesn't even have to be a sport. Like I say, dancing, even just dancing around your living room can be great as well, right? Well, you want to make time for movement that you really enjoy. And just get your body moving if you're not moving to start with, okay? So it's about making these choices because they're fulfilling, not just because they're a means to an end, right? We want to enjoy the process and the things that we're doing because we will be so much more motivated to do them and adopt a healthy lifestyle. Okay, so let's talk about now how to shift your mindset so that you can start enjoying the process. So how can we do this? Here is some practical strategies to help you start enjoying the process. One, Set process goals for yourself, not just the outcome goal. I always say we need to have the outcome goal. We need to know what it is that we are trying to achieve. Or else, we don't know when we get there, right? We want to make our goals smart, but along the way, we can set some process goals. So that can be things like, okay, I'm going to prepare a new plant-based recipe each week to give my brain variety and explore some more tastes. I'm going to increase my water consumption by 1 cup this week and then another cup next week until I get to X amount. I am going to try a new vegetable each week, or something like that. Like, just think about little ways, little goals that you can work on that actually help to make it interesting and varied. And these are also things that you can start to feel proud of immediately, right? Not just down the road. Not just waiting for that to feel pride when you get to the end. You start to feel proud about the things that you're doing every single day, the way you're showing up for yourself every single day. Number 2, celebrate small wins, not just the end goal. This is super, super important. Did you know that the number 1 habit for success is self-celebration? It doesn't matter what your goal is, not just weight loss goals, not just health goals. I'm talking business goals. I'm talking personal growth goals, whatever. The number 1 habit for success is self-celebration, right? So celebrate all of those small wins. Celebrate the crap out of yourself. Every healthy choice, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction. Small changes swing big doors. Honestly, they do. And, a way to celebrate yourself could be, say, being, even just like in the early days, even just being able to say no to a sugary snack, or feeling more energized after a workout. I saw someone post, one of the ladies who did one of my challenges, I think a couple of months ago, posted up how she was proud about the fact that she didn't dive into all of the Halloween candy. Yeah, celebrate the fuck out of that, right? That's what we want to do. We want to say, yeah, I did it. I was able to do that. One way that I help my clients celebrate every time they make a healthy choice, when they have a desire for something that is unhealthy, and they want to make a healthy choice instead, is they give themselves an urge jar. And it's a little jar, and every time they have an urge for something unhealthy and they choose the healthy option instead, they get to put a little bead inside their jar and show themselves success, how many times they're succeeding, and also show themselves how many urges they're now able to have, and not give in to them. And I just realized I had some urges over the weekend yesterday and I didn't give in to them. So I need to put a few more beads in here myself. I love that idea, and that's like getting a gold star, as like when you were a kid and you gave yourself a little gold star for doing your chores, and it's like a way to celebrate the little wins, right? That's exactly the same, because that little kid is still alive in us. That little kid is just wanting all the sugar, fat, and salt, right? But how about we celebrate every little healthy choice that we give ourselves instead? Self-celebration. These help us feel good about ourselves, about what we're doing, and it actually helps to build that momentum. If you feel like you've been lacking motivation, this is likely what's missing. This is what helps you to build that motivation to keep going. Self-celebration. All right. 3, visualize your future journey. Sorry, not your future journey, your future self. Living that journey. Okay, so picture your future self, and not just at the certain weight that you want to be, but you've got to picture yourself as somebody who loves nourishing themselves, who loves living on whole plants, who loves moving their body, loves this lifestyle, and feels amazing in their skin, right? You're not just visually imagining this person, you're actually applying the emotion of pleasure to the habits that get you to the goal. Right? And so what this does is it actually helps you set the tone for who you're becoming every single day. Your brain doesn't know the difference between visualization and reality. So in my coaching program with my clients, I have them do a mental rehearsal, which is like a guided meditation that I take them on. And I take them through actually stepping into their future self and experiencing the pleasure of what it feels like into their future body, of living in their future body, in a body that eats well and moves freely. And they do this daily, and that really helps that subconscious part of their mind stop resisting these healthy changes that they're making, and helps them realize that, oh, this is just who I am now. They actually start to become that person. They become their future self before they've achieved the goal. This is a powerful tool for success. So yeah, visualize yourself living as that version of you, living in a healthy weight body, living in a healthy plant-powered body, moving your body every single day, loving the journey. Bring that emotion of pleasure into that visualization, and it's going to help you associate pleasure with the habits that will get you there. Tip number four is practice gratitude for the body that you have now. This can be huge as well. Like, so often we're just hating the skin that we're in right now, and we just want it to change. It's like, oh, I feel so uncomfortable, and we're hating on our body. I know that's how I was in my 20s. But the more you can appreciate your body right now and what it can do for you right now, the less you'll feel the need to rush to create something different, like create that perfect vision of your future. It really helps you to stay present and grateful and more appreciative of your body and how it's keeping you alive, and how no matter what you've done to it over your past years, it's still, your heart's still pumping, your lungs are still breathing, you are still alive, your body is fighting hard for you. All right. And it helps you feel more positive about the changes that you're making, because you're doing them to nourish your body. You're doing them because you have a good relationship with your body. You're doing them because, your body doesn't deserve punishment. It deserves being looked after. And you then enjoy the choices that you're making because you know that you're doing the best for your body. Right. With my clients, I have a whole module on self-love, body appreciation. And again, I give them a guided meditation that is a body love meditation, where they get to send each part of their body love, loads of love, and appreciate that part of the body for everything that it has done and helped them do over their life. They get to appreciate their body now, even if it's sick, even if that part of their body is sick, or it's not performing well, or if it's damaged in some way, or if it's not working like they want it to, or not looking the way they want it to. They're sending their body love and gratitude now. And not only does that help your whole body, the whole nervous system calm down, you actually start to create these healing chemicals in your brain that actually helps your body to repair and burn fat so much faster. Okay, so this is a powerful thing too. It's not just about, stopping hating your body. It's actually about creating the chemicals that are actually going to heal your body. So it's really quite powerful. Okay, number 5. I'm going to say connect or reconnect to your why. So remember that this journey is about feeling healthier. It's about having more energy. It's about living longer. It's about feeling more confident. And those are essentially the real rewards. Right? So if you can focus on why you're doing this, it'll just keep you grounded in the process, rather than having you getting distracted by just the end result. So I work with my clients in the very first session to help them dig deep into their why, and I have them start to discover at a very deep level why this is so important to them. And that just means that they are way more connected to the journey and not just the outcome. When you're deeply connected to your why, you stray far less. There is a training under, in the group here, under guides on discovering your why. If you don't really know your why at a deep level, which is so much more than just the outcome. It's so much more. It is more than just feeling healthier, having more energy, living longer, feeling more confident. It's more than that. Like, why do you want those things? That training can help you dig even deeper to understand how you can connect this journey to your values, what is really super important to you. It's going to be different for everybody. There's no right or wrong answer. But when you get super connected to why this is important for you, you are going to stray so much less. You're going to realize why it's important to have more energy in your life. Sure, having more energy feels good, but what are you going to do with that energy, right? What is it about having more energy that you want? What do you want to be able to do in your life that you are maybe not doing at the moment, or that you're not enjoying so much now because you don't have energy? What is it about living longer that you want? Is it about being there for your kids, to see your kids grow up, you see your grandkids grow up, to be able to get down on the floor with your with your grandkids when you're old and you don't have to worry about getting up off the floor or having anybody help you off the floor? Do you want to, why do you want to feel more confident? Is it about, embracing yourself fully and really truly developing that self-worth and self-love? And is it about, maybe, feeling more confident in your job or in your business or in relationships? What is that confidence going to help you with? When you can get super connected to your why, it means so much more than just the number on the scale. And now you know truly what you probably are missing out on in life and what you're truly working towards. Okay, so that is number 5. Go and reconnect to your why, and that's going to help make this journey feel so much more connected and means so much more to you. All right. If you've got any questions, by the way, team, please drop them in here. Yeah, Steve, if you're still watching, I see your comment. We can alter our mindset to enjoy the journey. 100%, right? Everything is mindset. If we believe that this journey has to be hard and horrible, we're going to make it hard and horrible. But if we decide that, this is my lifestyle and I want to enjoy my life, then we're going to find ways to make it enjoyable. Okay. So here's some real life examples of somebody who is embracing the journey as opposed to just the destination. So first of all, think of somebody who maybe takes up running, not just to get fitter, but because they love the challenge of pushing themselves and the feeling of like that runner's high and the feeling of accomplishment after each run as well, right? Someone like that will start looking forward to their runs, not just because it's going to help them get fit or maybe help them in the weight loss journey, but because they are actually enjoying how it makes them feel. They enjoy that process of going, okay, can I beat my time? Can I go a little bit further in distance, and they're just loving the challenge every single step, right? The fitness comes as a byproduct of something that they are enjoying doing, right? That's what we want to think of. Like, we want to think of the end goal being a byproduct of something that we really enjoy doing. That's when we start to enjoy it. Here's another example. Somebody who starts eating whole plant foods because they know when they do, they just feel so much more energized. They feel lighter. Their digestion works better. They feel better in their skin, or their symptoms go away. They love experimenting with new recipes. Like, suddenly it's not a chore to eat healthy. It's something they look forward to. And I put up my hand for this one. This is 100% what happened to me. I just felt so much better in my body. My skin cleared up. Like, I had 45 odd years of problem skin, breakouts every month, rashes, unexplained rashes and crap like that, having to wear makeup to cover shit up. And when I went whole food plant-based, took out the oil, I was vegan prior, that didn't change anything. When I went whole food plant-based, holy crap, my skin was suddenly just soft. And like, no more worry about breakouts and crap like that, apart from the time when I bought a makeup online and it gave me dermatitis. Yeah. Don't buy Il Maquillage if you're prone to perioral dermatitis, contact dermatitis, no. Um, so yeah, like my skin just went so soft and I felt like I actually started to age backwards. Like my skin was just clearer and brighter. My digestion, my gut issues. I mean, I think some of them were related to stress for sure, but my digestion problems went away. My food allergies went away, and I felt so much more energetic. Like I just had all this energy suddenly, right? So suddenly it was a no-brainer. It was something like I love feeling this way, so it's not a chore to me to to eat this way. It's not a chore to me to cook this food in my kitchen because I know that I'm delivering my body the best quality nutrition and I'm giving it what it needs in order to thrive, right? So the more I feel focus, the more I focus on feeling good right now with the things that I'm doing, the more sustainable and long term I'm going to be able to live this way, right? It's a no-brainer. So when you're in it for how it makes you feel as you're doing it every single day, the results come naturally, right? But they don't define your happiness, right? That you're not just, it's not the end goal that's going to make you happy. You might be happy and proud for like 2 seconds, like maybe a month or something, and if you're not enjoying, if you didn't enjoy how you got there, it's not going to be sustainable because at the end of the day, we want to enjoy our life. We are programmed to seek pleasure because it means that something's good for our survival. So if we're making our journey unpleasurable, unpleasant, then we're not going to stick to it long term. Okay, so make the journey enjoyable, not just the destination. Okay, so in closing, in our takeaway and reflection here, what I want you to take away from this today is that the journey to health and weight loss doesn't have to be hard, it doesn't have to be restrictive, it doesn't have to be unpleasant, right? It is more than possible to enjoy it, and it is more than possible to actually look forward to the habits that will get you there. And that is what is going to be really, really important so that you stay on track, right? So that you stay doing this even after you get to your goal, right? So your challenge this week, take a note. This week, I want you to focus on the journey and what you're doing every single day and making sure that you enjoy it, making sure that you enjoy every single choice that you make and you celebrate yourself for making those choices, right? Celebrate yourself. Self-celebration is that number one habit of success. Go back and connect with your why. Go back and do the training in the group here on discovering your why if you haven't done it. Get really freaking connected with why you're on this journey, why this is important to you. And as you do this, remember that it's about creating a lifestyle that you love. Because when you're enjoying the lifestyle, when you're enjoying the process, that is when the magic happens. The outcome is just a natural result of living your healthiest self. Okay? All right, so for the moment, I just want you to think about one thing that you're excited to try, one habit that you want to make more enjoyable, or one part of the journey that you've already come to really, really love. And if you would like to, share that with us in the comments. So one thing that you're excited to try next, whether that's a food, whether that's a habit, whether that's a new form of movement, whatever it might be. What do you want to try that you're getting excited about? What is one habit that you are partaking in at the moment that you're not really enjoying? Maybe that is plant-based eating. Maybe you're not really enjoying it at the moment. Or maybe it's food prep. Maybe it is movement, whatever it might be. Maybe it's water. How can you think about making it more enjoyable for yourself so that you'll do it? Or what is one part of the journey that was really sticky for you at first, but you've actually really come to love now? Tell us. Either tell us in the comments or jot it down for you somewhere just to remind yourself. Okay, if you have any questions, team, by the way, just drop them in the comments. Rachel, thanks for watching. Hey, David. Hey, Kelly. Hopefully you guys are. Joni, I think it was you I was just talking about before. I think you were the one who was celebrating not eating the candy for Halloween. So yeah, self-celebration. Let's go. All right, so that's the presentation for today. Hope you enjoyed that. Now on to just the challenge, letting you know details about my next challenge that's coming up. We will be kicking off on November the 11th, my time here in Australia. So it's November the 11th, Australia, New Zealand, UK time. Or it will be November the 10th for anyone in the US or Canada. So that'll be Sunday. So it's essentially this day next week that we kick off. This is going to be a very small group. I'm only looking for about 20 people, and spaces are filling up pretty quickly, all right? So you will be on a Zoom call with me for 5 days. So I am going to be teaching you my roadmap to success that I use with all of my clients to help them achieve their long-term and sustainable healthy weight loss goals. So if you are actively at the moment looking for a solution to help you solve that weight loss struggle, or then this may be right for you. Or if you are somebody who wants to be plant-based and you want to make that step into being plant-based for your health goals, you know that it's like where you want to be. You might have followed all the experts so far. You might have seen a documentary or something like that, and you know that this is the lifestyle that you want to adopt. Yeah, then this can be right for you too. So you could also be plant-based at the moment as well. It doesn't really matter where you're starting. I'm going to teach you the foundations of achieving your health and your weight loss goals. So as I said, you'll be with me for 5 days over a Zoom call, keeping it really small so that I can actually work with you directly and make sure that you are making progress and celebrate your changes that you want to be making. You're going to get a workbook that is going to help you nut out where you are right now and help you create your own roadmap to success, or your own roadmap to at least get you started on the journey to say your first 10 pounds. We won't just be talking about food over these 5 days. We'll be discussing lifestyle habits. We'll certainly be discussing the impact of stress on our health and our weight, because I think that's a big thing that is missing for a lot of people. And certainly if you're an emotional eater, this is where we need to do some work, okay? So this is what we will be including in there as well. And we'll also be talking about your mind, your psychology, self-sabotage, why we do it, okay? So some of you know what to do and you're just not doing it. Well, there could be some psychology that is not supporting your journey, some underlying subconscious beliefs or fears that are stopping you from taking action. So, if this is you, then you'll know exactly why you haven't achieved your goal yet and what to do about it, okay? So if you'd like some support over 5 days with me, you want to join that challenge, just either comment below or send me a DM. If we're not friends on Facebook, you're best off sending me a DM because if I send you one, then it's just going to go straight to your spam folder. So send me a message just saying, hey, I'm interested in your November challenge. What we'll do is we'll just jump on a quick 10-minute video call and I want to understand you, where you're at the moment, what your goals are, what your challenges are, and then I'll talk you through a bit more detail about the program, and then we'll just see if it's a good fit for you, and then if it is, we'll get you locked into that. So as I said, spaces are filling up, so don't dilly-dally. And I would be more than super happy to have you join us on that journey. I'm just going to read a couple of comments now. Margaret, movement was a really sticky, but now I love the gym and pushing for heavier weights. Yeah, like, right? And the other thing is too that, like, when you celebrate yourself and all the changes that you're making and you start to, your brain actually starts to resist less, and it starts to actually, starts to become familiar. And so we resist less as well. But that self-celebration and seeing yourself actually pushing a little bit further and achieving better results, that is really motivating and exciting. So you want to celebrate all of those little wins too, because that's what's going to keep you going. Robert says, I really love cooking. Good to see you, Robert. Haven't seen you for a while, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I find I really love cooking. Never cooked much for 50 years now. I've been cooking for about 10 and really love it. Yeah. I always liked cooking, but I think like a lot of my flavors like really hit and miss, especially back in my 20s. And I think I lost a lot of the joy of cooking at that time, because especially when I was going right through my restrictive, bland and boring phase, it's like, could not do it. So yeah, when we enjoy it, we've got to make it enjoyable. It's not just the process, it's how we think about it. And it's also, finding ways to make it enjoyable. We want to make our food enjoyable so that we're motivated to eat it, but we also want to, make the process enjoyable too. Alrighty team, so that's pretty much it for today. I'm jumping on a call with someone very, very shortly to talk about the challenge. So thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. I super appreciate you. Have a wonderful, wonderful end of your weekend if you are in the US. And to anyone starting their new week, have a wonderful, wonderful week. And yes, I will catch you. I won't have a live next week. Oh, no, that's the wrong one. I won't have a live next week, team, because that's when I'm going into the challenge. But I'm definitely looking to get back into doing the lives regularly again, now that life is a little bit less hectic and crazy. So if you have any particular topics you'd like me to speak to, whether it's challenges you're having, whether it's things you are not clear on in terms of nutrition or health or anything like that, drop a comment in below as well, and I can address that for you at some point too. All right, team. Ciao for now. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Okay.